Okay, let's just get this video out the way because I'm tired of talking about them. Ooh, that was a good clap. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinia Mikkel. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today, I have, and I'll explain, I have some stuff from Dua, and I want to talk about it, and more so just talk about like where my head is at as it pertains to the Dua brand, okay? Before we get into that, you know, I always thank my amazing, beautiful, incredible subscribers. You guys continuously show up, show love and support, and hold it down in this year of figuring it out in real time. That's what this year is. I know it's just gonna get even more chaotic based on the things that's happening behind the scenes, but I also know y'all are gonna hold it down. And I could not be more grateful for knowing that I have a community that is supportive of me, not just when things are good, but when they're confusing and chaotic as well. Y'all still show up and show love and support, and that is very, very important to me. Now that that's out the way, so and this is gonna be talking, a lot of talking, so if you don't want to hear me talk, I don't know what to tell you. So the last time that I came on here and had some stuff from Dua, it was a catastrophe, right? I ordered, was it 5 perfumes in one and then like a couple in another, and at the time I ordered 3 white milk and like 2 sexy mess, and in that order that I opened it, one of the sexy messes was broken, one of the white milks was broken, and the other white milk wasn't in there. So out of the 3 white milk I ordered, only 1 arrived. The 2 sexy mess I ordered, 1 arrived. So I ended up emailing them. I emailed Dua specifically. Did I have route protection? Yes. But route protection, and I wanted to do like a, I don't want to call it a buyer beware video as it pertains to Dua, but I did want to like explain kind of the process and kind of like the problem areas and why like I would like to say like kind of beware, caveat. I know I say caveat a lot, but this is truly a caveat, because these are like the little small things that like you need to be mindful of when shopping with Dua, right? So route protection does not replace a perfume that isn't in stock, okay? So white milk obviously sold out the same night it came, maybe the next morning, which, all that to say, by the time it arrives to me and I realize it's broken, they won't go into the system and just put it on hold or whatever. Route will tell you, hey, the perfume you order is out of stock. You can either pick something of the same value or you can get a refund. And I say refund because it's not a refund to your original form of payment. It is a gift card to Dua to use however you choose. So that is like the first, I guess, big warning if you choose to shop with Dua, is that get route protection, okay? Because things, they break frequently. You cannot return something if you don't like it. And that's pretty common amongst all of the small businesses. It's just a gamble you take. Thankfully, the community is pretty good about, you can sell to one another and things like that. But if you buy something and you don't like it, there's no returns, okay? If you get something and it's broken and it's something that's in stock, Route will just send another one, okay? You click a button, send a picture, they ship it out to you, no problem. When you have a case like mine where it's something that is not normally in stock and it's not going to be in stock in a way where like you can email, and by the time Route emails you back, they're able to go on and see. There's no extra leftover of white milk. There's no extra leftover of Marshmallow Dreams. There's not going to be an extra leftover of these high, you know, heavily anticipated things. When they go, they're going to be out of stock, and they're going to be out of stock until the next restock, and they're going to be gone again. So you might end up in a conundrum where like if a highly coveted item comes and it breaks, like you're going to have to just buy it again. You can get a gift card for the amount or pick something of a similar value, but they're unlikely to replace their protocol. Their rules are they don't replace an item that isn't showing in stock. If that makes sense. So I said all that to say that's why I immediately emailed Dua and not Route, because I want y'all to fix this. I want y'all to whatever. So I emailed them, let them know the situation. Hey, I ordered this item is missing, blah, 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 whatever. They emac, that's email back. They email back their usual response of, unfortunately, for any damaged items, you will need to file a claim directly through Route, our shipping insurance partner. Please note that if the item is out of stock, we will be unable to issue a replacement as well. That's a flaw. That's a flaw. That's a flaw within the system. Okay? There's no reason that if something arrives to me broken and it isn't my fault, that you then tell me I'm just basically SOL. I have to either pick something else or take a gift card and take a chance of maybe repurchasing again when it restocks. Like, and then too, I don't know if when they refund you, if they refund the full amount of the item or just the price that you paid. Because if you actually did spend enough to get the discount that week, you're not going to be able to get it for that same price if you don't end up spending $150 or whatever it is to get it for the discount, if that makes sense. Because some items, you don't get the 36 or 38 or 34 or 33 whatever percent off until you spend $150 or more. Some automatically get it, some don't. So you see, it gets a little, you gotta know the system and play the hopscotch and jump rope, and we're getting somewhere. Okay, so that's definitely a flaw in the system, is that you won't replace something that's showing out of stock. Okay, then they say, regarding the missing item, kindly provide clear photos of the packing slip, all items received. Once we have the documentation, I will follow up regarding your replacement, blah, blah, whatever. So then I'm like, okay, that still don't make no sense, because what process are you going to use to replace my third item that's missing? That would be different from the process that you can replace the item that arrived broken, because it was 2 white milks in question. One was broken, one wasn't received. You gonna give me a replacement for the one that didn't arrive, but you won't give me a replacement for the one that arrived broken? It's getting weird. Okay, so I sent my pictures to Dua specifically, and then I also went to Route, and I still, even though I knew white milk was out of stock, I requested a replacement for white milk and a replacement for Sexy Mess. I get a confirmation email from Route saying that they are replacing the Sexy Mess and they're replacing white milk, but not with white milk. They've replaced it with white milk 2.0. I said, oh Lord, but this is getting worser and worser. Worser and worser. And I'm like, how do y'all just decide? White milk and white milk 2.0 are 2 completely different fragrances. And anybody that works for Dua specifically would know that that's not what it is. But this third party, whoever they are, clearly doesn't know really what's happening. And again, it is very common for people to have outside, insurance, travel protection. That is a very common thing. But you're getting, it's another flaw, another whatever, with the 2 different information from 2 different places. An outside person running your shipping protection doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know because they would have never just simply replaced white milk 2.0 with white milk, because they know those are 2 completely different things. So I immediately emailed them. I get an email at 11:17 p.m. a confirmation email, and I respond at 11:17 p.m. I said, I did not order white milk. I did not order white milk 2.0. I ordered white milk, which is a different fragrance. Okay. So then I email back to Dua again. I let them know, hey, they're sending me something I didn't order. I emailed both. I emailed Dua and I emailed Route saying, hey, that's not what I ordered. Then they say, we would be happy to assist you and replace white milk 2.0 with white milk. However, white milk is currently out of stock. Is there any other fragrance of $33 which you would like to add in replacement of white milk 2.0? So I said, no, if the original white milk is not available, I would like a refund, please. Also, and this is what I found. I don't know how I missed this. I was in here cleaning up, straightening up, which I need to do again. And I found the other bottle of white milk. And guess what? It was also broken. It was also broken in the same spot. The same way, snapped from the top. It was also broken. My couch right here in this corner still smells like white milk. Because it was a couple days in between when this all happened. And I was just happened to be cleaning up. And I was like, what bottle is this? Sure enough, completely shattered. So when I emailed them back, I said, no, I would just like a refund. And I let them know that the third bottle of white milk actually did arrive, but it also arrived broken. And I sent pictures and everything. Oh, no, that's not true. I told them I would like a refund, and I said I wanted a refund for the third one as well, because I didn't even want them to send me nothing else. I was like, just refund for the 2 white milks that I didn't get, whatever, just refund me for those. Then I had to email them again and say, hey, I did find the second bottle, but it's also broken. So what they did was they gave me store credit because they said they don't offer refunds. Unfortunately, we are able to send, as we do not offer refunds. We can only issue a store credit or send you a replacement. However, we have removed White Milk 2.0 from your order and issued you a store credit of $66 to compensate for broken fragrances. And my sexy mess will still be, whatever. Here's the thing, and I'm not complaining because the situation actually worked out in my favor. So I'm not complaining. I'm explaining these are the flaws and the problems that is leading me to take a break from Dua for the foreseeable future. Okay, so again, I'm not complaining. I want people to make informed decisions when they spend their money. So these are the problems, the disconnect. To tell somebody that you do not refund to their original form of payment is a problem. If someone pays for something and they didn't get it, you need to offer, it needs to be an option for you to give them their money back. Not give me a gift card to then spend more money with you again when I don't really want to do, I don't want nothing else from you. If someone asks for their original form of payment to be refunded, that's what should happen. That's the first problem. Number 2, it's not true that you don't give refunds, because everyone knows, especially on those hot drop nights when there's a bunch of things restocking, you might have to place 1 or 2 orders, whatever the case. You can email them and say, hey, can you give me the difference for the discount between my orders? I ordered 2 or 3 things, whatever. I didn't get the discount on this order and this order. Can you please combine them and give me a refund? They don't give you a refund on a gift card. They give you the difference back to your original form of payment, which means it's not true that you don't give refunds, because you do. So do you give refunds or do you not? What's the policy? What? And this not emailing route. This is emailing support@theduabrand.com. So in either case, either you do give refunds. I've gotten one before several times. You do refund the difference if there has been an overage or you didn't get the discount, whatever. To say then that because my items didn't arrive to me as they should have, which is not my problem, but you'll just give a gift card instead of refunding to my original form of payment, is a problem. It's a problem. So, and they did refund me, but I will say they did refund me the full price of those items, because I got those items for a discount because my cart that day was over the price. It qualified for the discount. So they had $33 perfumes. They did give me a refund for $33 for two of the broken perfumes, which I guess answers my question from earlier. Even if you get it for a discount, they still refunded me the value of the original item, that's good. I'm gonna give you props where you deserve props. That's good. So cool. Now I have a $66 gift card that I need to use. Fine. Now I don't know. Well, it's because one hand don't know what the other one is doing. I'm like, that situation is resolved. My sexy mess will come. I have a gift card. Cool, whatever. Then I get an email from, I don't know, where did I get the email from? I don't know when I eventually figured it out, but was it Route who emailed me back, or somebody emailed me back and was like, not only is sexy mess on the way, but your 2 bottles of white milk is also on the way. I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. What I'm speaking to is just the logistics and the setup and the follow. Like, how are you able to now replace? Because, and this was before the restock. The restock was announced. I'm assuming they knew they were getting they were getting more bottles of white milk, so they could replace it. But before, I would just have to take a L. Now I'm getting it. Again, I'm not complaining because I got the gift card and I still got the 2 bottles of white milk replaced. So it worked out in my favor. I don't know how. I think it's because one person don't know what the other person doing. I don't know. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's a flaw in the system somewhere. And this is why I have to take the stance that I have to take, because I can't guarantee that if you have an issue, your issue is going to be resolved how mine was. I can't guarantee you that they'll like, I don't know how it's going to turn out for you. I don't know if you place an order and order 5 bottles of perfume and 3 arrive broken. I don't know if you're going to be made whole. I cannot comfortably say that, and that is a problem. That is a problem. Again, please understand, this actually worked out. I don't know how. Well, I feel like I know how. I did post about it in the Fragrance Scoop, and let me tell you that it is strict. It got taken down 2 or 3 times. You have to use certain words, can't use certain words, whatever. I posted about it in the Divas group and in the main group. And somebody was like, you need to contact whatever. Why are you telling us about us here? Because they see it. Because it was after those posts that I then got the 2 things of white milk replaced. Who am I? Nobody. I'm not saying that they are just so concerned about replacing my bottles because it's me specifically, but I do think they do see when people make those posts and they adjust accordingly. That's what I'm saying. So that's why people are like, why are you telling us? First of all, I went through the proper channels, okay? We're not getting the resolve that I want. And I just feel like, I don't know for a fact, but I feel like when people make these complaining posts that y'all tell them not to do, they get better results. They get better results. So these qualms, these differences in the system and the protocol and how things work is why I can't buy nothing else from them for at least the rest of the year. I just can't, like, because I cannot guarantee that you will have the same experience I did. I came up in this situation. I did. But I fully expected to take an L. Fully. Because they have all these rules that work against you, the consumer. And I can't. I can't. I'm sad. I'm the saddest out of everybody, okay? But for definitely the remainder of the year, I just can't buy nothing else from them. I will try again next year, maybe. See if things are better. And they coming out with some stuff that I do want. That new Angel's Bread dupe is looking at me. But these type of problems and inconsistencies, I just can't continue to buy and show hauls. Now the items that I have, I'm going to continue to talk about what I have. Child, it's been like 20 minutes. I had to take a break because the camera kept overheating. I kept starting and stopping, but I couldn't even finish because it just kept shutting off. So I started to say, I don't know what the last thing I said was. I don't remember. What my final thoughts before I show you the few things that I have is that because there's so many inconsistencies with the protocol, with the process, with the ability to make people whole, there's so many inconsistencies and flaws, and not one hand knows what the other one is doing. I can't continue to like post hauls and stuff because I don't know the experience that you will have. I like being able to buy from a company and be like, if something is right, oh, just email them, they'll take care of it. Like, I like to be able to say that, and I can't comfortably say that with Dua. And hopefully this helps you to make more informed decisions. Like I said, I'm going to continue to talk about the things that I already have because I do have them. But this is just your caveat. This is just your warning to beware when purchasing from Dua, that these are the potential problems and flaws. I was saying that also too, I am sad because there are some amazing things that I've been looking at. That new Angel's Bread dupe, it is looking at me, but I actually bought some stuff from Dirty Soul Soap. Dirty Soul Soap Company, and I'm about to place another order because I'm just super excited. But yeah, so for the rest of the year, I just can't do it. we'll try again, possibly try again next year, maybe if some policies have changed, if some things change, but I just can't buy anything from them the rest of the year. I just gotta put my foot down, and I'm so sad, but I do. So now I had the $66 gift card. Okay, I wasn't gonna let that go to waste. And I got confirmation of the 2 white milk replacement after I had they sent me the gift card. But either way, so everything did make it safely. So let me show you that my two white milks are here. They are one piece. They smell amazing. I have now a total, I think, of 4 bottles of white milk. Is that enough? No. No, it's clearly not enough. But it is here and I'm happy. And they also did send my replacement for Sexy Mess Rolling Out of Bed. So I think that means I have the one in there now, and I think I have 2 backups. Is that enough for this one either? No, because when this thing has spilled and it was broken all over my living room smelled good for so many days. So many days. Now, what I bought with my gift card, and I did one of those reviews to get like 30% off or something like that. I bought Marshmallow Dream because it finally restocked, and that was the last thing on my wish list to like finalize my dual list. It was Marshmallow Dream, so I got 3 Marshmallow Dream. Okay, they did all make it here safely. Praise the Lord, there was no problems. I was praying over my package. Now, does Marshmallow Dream smell like Marshmallow Dreams? No. As of, okay, hold on, let me, when I opened all these the other day. I could not take another crash out on camera. I was like, I cannot, if they're broken, let me be disappointed in private. I could not do it. So I did smell this. It does not smell like day one Marshmallow Dream. And I know duos are going to get stronger and everything with time. But even Marshmallow Dream from the first day last time was completely different. Because even last time, day one, that it's like steamed milk or something was heavy from day one. You can't even smell that in here. This smells like products. It smells like products and a little bit of vanilla. So I'm gonna venture to say that they either got different ingredients or they got ingredients from a different vendor, because it's just not the same. It's not the same. Now, do I think in 6 months it's gonna come out good? Yes, which is fine for me, because you already know I don't like Marshmallow Dream in the warm weather. That steamed milk note is too heavy for the warm weather, in my opinion. It's a very heavy lactonic wet milk scent that is just, I don't enjoy in the warmer weather. I need the cold for this. So the fact that this isn't ready right now is fine, but this, I can't even give this day one Marshmallow Dream because it's just not right. But I'm not disappointed. I'm not concerned that it won't get where it needs to get. I think it will still turn out okay. But just a warning, if you have been waiting on Marshmallow Dreams and you're like, this doesn't, I can't believe this is what the hype is about. This is not what Marshmallow Dreams turns out to be. I'm telling you, this ain't it. So we're not crazy. Those of us who've been waiting and wanting Marshmallow Dreams, we're not crazy. It's just, it's got to be made with something different than previously. Okay. And then I got one bottle of my Floral Coconut of Maldives. This is another one that I've truly fallen in love with. I probably should have got another one, but I was pushing it with the 4-in-1 order. Oh my God, I love this so much. My bottle is going to be done by the end of the month. It's just the perfect rainy day scent. It's the perfect mixture between like floral and coconut. I just love this. I love this more than I love the original. And I like the original, okay? This Floral Coconut of Maldives, it was a necessity. I'm so sorry. So that was a long intro for them couple of things I had to show y'all, but I really wanted to make like an informative video so that people can, again, my theme, not my theme, but something I try to always do is be transparent so that people can make informed decisions. I'm not telling nobody to not shop with Duo. It ain't what I'm saying. I'm not telling nobody, like, they have good stuff. They have good stuff. I just want you to enter into knowing these are the things that could possibly go wrong, and this is the resolve that could possibly happen. Again, I came up in this situation, but I fully expected to take an L because the way the system is set up, it does not work out well for you, the consumer. It does not protect you, the consumer. Even when you pay for the extra protection, it still does not work in your best interest, especially for items that are like quickly go out of stock a lot. It's not going to work out. And the Sexy Mess was an easy replacement because they had plenty left over. They was able just to resend it. Cool. But it could just get a little funky. And I know some people would rather not have to deal with the hassle of if and then clauses. Okay? If this, everybody don't want to deal with that. So I just want to be transparent in my experience so that you all can make an informed decision. Also, too, sometimes things happen with like different batches and things smelling different. That type of inconsistency. People don't always want to deal with that. So if you have any other things to, like any caveats, put them down in the after party. This is not a do a bashing session. I'm not attempting to bash the brand or the owner in any way. I'm just being transparent with my experience so that you can make informed decisions. I'm very grateful for how my situation turned out, but I can't guarantee it's going to turn out like that for y'all. So yeah, head over to the after party if you again have anything that people should be cautious of or be weary of when it comes to purchasing. You can share your experience, positive or negative, if it worked out for you, if it didn't work out. Yeah, so I love you all. I hope everything has made sense and this has not came off in a derogatory way, because that's not how it's meant. But even if it is, sorry. I love you all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.